Brothers and sisters of one human family today, let us listen not with our ears alone, but with the hearts that beat beneath our differences. As fragrance knows no boundary of flower, so too does truth know no boundary of religion. Whether one bows in a temple, kneels in a church, prays in a mosque, or meditates in silence beneath a tree, the longing is the same, the longing for peace, for love, for understanding, for the divine. All paths may wear different colors, all names may sound different, but the destination is one. When rain falls, it does not ask the land it touches which name it carries. The sun does not withhold its light based on belief. Why then should we let the walls of our minds block the bridges of our souls? All religions are rivers flowing toward the same ocean of truth and divine love. This truth is eternal, beyond the reach of language, beyond the grasp of form. Like water flowing from different springs, traditions and beliefs rise in various lands, clothed in different customs, carried on different tongues. Yet beneath all these differences, they carry the same essence, the thirst for what is eternal, the longing for the divine, and the search for that which never dies. One may call the eternal by many names or no name at all. One may offer flowers, light lamps, burn incense, or bow in silence with folded hands. These are but outer expressions. What matters is the devotion in the heart. One person may chant in Sanskrit, another in Arabic, another in the language of the heart, which knows no script. All of them are singing to the same source, even if they do not realize it. Water may taste different depending on the cup, but its nature remains unchanged. The color of the flame may vary, but fire is still fire. So too, each religion holds within it a spark of the same divine light. Truth is not the property of any one path. It cannot be owned, purchased, or controlled. Just as the moon belongs to no one, yet shines for all, the light of the eternal shines upon every path sincerely walked. When the heart is open and the ego is quiet, one sees clearly. The destination is the same, only the roads are many. And those roads, though they twist and turn through forests of ritual and deserts of doctrine, all seek to bring the traveler to the ocean of love where the soul dissolves into oneness. But how often do we forget this? In our pride, we declare our river the only one that reaches the sea. We argue over the purity of the path, forgetting the purpose of the journey. We build dams of judgment, refusing to let other streams flow beside ours. We fight over whose map is correct, while the destination waits patiently, untouched by our noise. The divine does not measure faith by its clothing. The beloved does not ask what name you use in prayer. Whether you sing aloud or sit in silence, whether you fast or feast, whether you raise your hands or bow your head, all are welcome. The ocean of truth has never rejected a drop of water, and the ocean of love has never turned away a sincere heart. Let us look at nature, the silent teacher. The rivers do not compete. They do not argue about whose source is holier. They flow joyfully and purposefully, guided by gravity, just as the soul, when free of pride, is guided by love. The rivers wind through mountains and valleys, gathering strength from the rains, receiving the gifts of the earth, and offering life to all they touch. They flow not for themselves, but for the nourishment of others. What a beautiful lesson this is, that the purpose of faith is not merely to arrive, but to give, to serve, to cleanse, and to carry. Yet how often we become possessive of our religion, as if it were a sword to wield or a crown to wear. True faith is neither weapon nor ornament. It is water to quench the thirst of the soul. It softens the hardness of the heart. It does not boast, it bows. It does not demand, it gives. It does not divide, it unites. Look at the saints and sages of every tradition. What do they teach? Not that others are wrong, but that love is right. They do not build walls, they open doors. They do not point fingers, they extend hands. They recognize the divine light in every being, not just in those who think as they do. Their hearts are vast like the sky, embracing all. They see the oneness beneath the surface, like the wise one who sees the thread that ties all beads together. Why then should we cling to differences and forget the unity? Why should we mistake the finger pointing to the moon for the moon itself? The scriptures are signposts, but the experience is beyond words. The rituals are vessels, but the nectar they carry is what nourishes. If we fight over the container, we miss the sweetness of the drink. If we argue over the path, we may never arrive. The one who truly knows does not say, "Only my river reaches the sea." Instead, they say, "Let us all flow together, for the sea is vast and its embrace is infinite. Such a heart is full of peace, such a soul is a friend to all. When we see another worship in a different way, let us not turn away in suspicion. Let us bow in reverence to the sincerity of their search. Let us remember that beneath every robe, behind every chant, beyond every doctrine, is a human being seeking peace, love, and understanding. When we honor that search in others, we purify our own path. The world needs more rivers of understanding and fewer fires of hatred. Let our words be cool as water, not burning as flame. Let our actions nourish, not wound. Let our communities be gardens where different flowers bloom side by side, each offering its fragrance to the world. There will always be different paths, and that is as it should be. The Creator is too vast, too wondrous, to be captured by any one tradition. The diversity of religion is not a curse, but a reflection of the infinite creativity of the divine. Just as the same light shines through many windows, the same truth shines through many teachings. Let us celebrate that. To walk one's path with sincerity is beautiful. To honor another's path with humility is divine. When rivers meet, they do not argue, they merge, and in their merging they become more powerful, more expansive, more alive. So too can we, if we let go of fear and embrace the oneness that has always been. Peace does not come from sameness, it comes from harmony, and harmony comes from the recognition that though our songs may differ in melody, they are all sung to the same beloved. Let us then walk together, not in uniformity, but in unity. Let us flow together, not as competitors, but as companions. Let our lives become rivers of love, washing away ignorance, carrying hope, and finally merging into the vast, timeless, infinite ocean of truth. There is no mine or yours. There is no temple or mosque, no church or shrine. There is only the eternal embrace, the silence deeper than words, the light brighter than form, the love that unites all hearts. Flow toward it, carry others with you, and in doing so, you shall not only reach the ocean, you shall become the ocean. Peace is not something that descends from the sky or rises from the earth. It is born within, when the heart awakens to the truth that all beings carry the same light. This light has no shape, no color, no creed. It is the silent flame that dwells within each soul, the breath of the Creator that gives life to all. When we begin to see this divine spark in others, not just in those who look like us or pray like us, but in every face we meet, then peace takes root. It begins as a whisper, a gentle softness in the heart, and grows into a river that quenches hatred and dissolves boundaries. The one who sees the divine only in Scripture and forgets to see it in the eyes of a stranger has missed the essence of faith. The one who recites sacred words yet burns with anger toward others walks in illusion. True devotion is not measured by the sound of chants or the length of prayers, but by the depth of our compassion, the tenderness of our gaze, the kindness of our touch. If we cannot see the sacred in the faces around us, then we have not yet seen at all. When we begin to see rightly, we understand that no one is higher, no one is lower. The ruler and the servant, the saint and the sinner, the teacher and the student, all are vessels of the same breath. The clay of their bodies may differ in color and form, but the light within is the same. This understanding melts pride and dissolves judgment. It humbles the heart and opens it like a lotus blooming at dawn. Only from such a heart can peace rise, not as an idea or a slogan, but as a living force, as natural and life, giving as the wind that moves the trees. The wars of this world are not caused by differences of belief, but by blindness to the shared light within. One does not strike a brother when he sees his own reflection in his face. One does not hate a sister when he feels her suffering as his own. But when the light in the other is ignored, when they are reduced to a label, a race, a religion, or a tribe, then the wall of division rises, and with it comes fear, anger, and violence. The cure is not in more laws, more weapons, or more wealth, it is in seeing clearly. It is in recognizing the sacred presence in the heart of every being. This seeing is not of the eyes, but of the soul. A blind person may see more truly than one whose eyes are open, but whose heart is closed. When we look at another and see only their faults, their flaws, their differences, then we remain in darkness. But when we look and see the divine light shining behind their actions, waiting to be awakened, then our vision is blessed. The one who sees the light in others begins to live as a bringer of peace. Their words heal, their silence comforts, their presence calms. How can one insult another when they see them as a reflection of the divine? How can one lie, cheat, or injure another when they know that the same breath moves through both bodies? This recognition does not make us weak, it makes us strong in the truest way. It frees us from the need to dominate or control. It makes us servants of love rather than slaves of fear. The flower does not ask the bee which path it flew before offering its nectar. The tree does not inquire what name you call the sun before giving shade. So must we, as children of the same Creator, offer peace without condition, love without hesitation, and respect without demand. Peace is not a treaty between governments, but a promise between hearts, that I will see you as myself, and treat you as I would treat my own soul. There is a fire that destroys, and there is a fire that illumines. The fire of ego burns bridges and scorches the earth, but the fire of love reveals the hidden unity in all things. When we see the divine light in another, we become like the sun that warms all equally, the beggar and the king, the friend and the enemy. The sun does not discriminate, nor does it ask for offerings. It gives freely because that is its nature, and so must we give peace, not as a reward to the worthy, but as a gift to all. The journey to this vision begins with silence. In silence we come face to face with our own light. We begin to feel the stillness that underlies all motion, and in that stillness we hear the cry of every heart, the yearning to be seen, to be loved, to be safe. That yearning is the same in the eyes of a child in any corner of the world. It is the same in the tears of the mother and the sorrow of the father. It is the same across all lines that humans draw. To feel that yearning and respond with love, this is the work of peace. It is easy to speak of peace, but it is a deep practice, a constant surrender. It requires courage, the courage to see beyond anger, beyond history, beyond inherited divisions. It asks us to put down our weapons of judgment, to step away from the fortress of self, and to meet the other in the open field of the heart. In that field the only banner is love, and the only law is unity. The wise one does not ask, "What is your religion?" Before offering bread. The awakened one does not ask, "Whose side are you on?" Before offering protection. They ask only, "What do you need, and how can I help?" Such simplicity is the fragrance of the soul that has realized the light in all. Such acts are the bricks that build the home of peace. The divisions we see in the world are reflections of the divisions within our minds. When we cleanse the mirror of the heart, the world appears different. Enemies become teachers, strangers become kin. Peace is no longer a distant dream, but the ground beneath our feet, the air we breathe, the song we sing. To recognize the divine light in another is not merely a thought, it is an experience, a transformation. It changes how we speak, how we listen, how we walk in this world. It turns every meeting into a sacred encounter. It makes every interaction an opportunity for worship. When this awareness grows, even the smallest act becomes a seed of peace. A smile to a stranger, a hand offered in help, a word spoken gently, a hurt forgiven, these are not small things. They are the ways the soul expresses its light, and each time we choose love over fear, understanding over judgment, we bring a little more peace into the world. Peace is not given to us by others, it is born from within when we see the truth of oneness. And this truth is simple. The same light that burns in the stars burns in every heart. To live by this truth is to walk the path of peace. To honor this truth is to fulfill the purpose of life. Let us walk gently, speak kindly, and look deeply. Let us remember again and again that each person we meet is a mirror of the divine, and in that remembrance let us become peace, not just seekers of it, but living expressions of it. The purpose of faith is not to divide, but to unite hearts and uplift humanity. Faith is not a badge to separate the self from others, nor a sword to strike down those who differ. It is a lamp to guide, a bridge to connect, a song to remind the soul of its source. The essence of faith is love. Where there is love, there is no room for division. Where there is love, humanity is uplifted, not broken. When faith forgets love, it becomes a shadow of itself, dry words without spirit, rituals without meaning, walls without doors. The Creator did not send different paths to cause conflict. These paths were gifts, given like rivers to nourish the land. Each faith emerged from a time and a place to answer the needs of people, to offer direction, to awaken the heart to something higher than the self. But over time, the paths that were meant to lead inward began pointing outward. The fire meant to warm the soul was used to burn others, and so the very thing meant to unite began to divide. This is not the doing of the divine, but the failing of human understanding. True faith makes the heart soft, not hard. It does not cause pride, but humility. It does not boast of purity, but seeks to cleanse the inner self. When one truly walks the path of faith, the heart becomes open like the sky, wide enough to hold all, free from fences. There is no them and us. There is only we. We, the children of the same light. We, the travelers on the same journey. We, the threads of the same cloth. The one who uses faith to judge, to reject, to exclude they have not yet understood. They are like a person who stands at the shore calling himself a sailor, yet never sets foot in the boat. Faith begins not with words on the lips, but with love in the heart. It begins when we look at another and see not a stranger, not an enemy, not a rival, but a reflection. A soul clothed in a different garment, but alive with the same breath.